The Kadence theme is one of the best page builder friendly themes to use with Elementor. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that in some cases it is the best choice for use on an Elementor site. In this video, I'm going to provide an overview of the Kadence theme, show how it works well with Elementor, and explain the use cases where it is a standout option. Hi, this is David McCann for Elementor 360. Welcome to another 360 review. There's a free version of the Kadence theme available in the WordPress plugin directory. If you go to wordpress.org and search for themes, you'll see that Kadence is number 2 in popularity. If we look at the top several themes, we see that 2020, a core default theme that's included in every install of WordPress, is the most popular. But then we have some page builder friendly themes. In addition to Kadence, there's Astra, Hello Elementor, OceanWP, Neve, and Generate Press. These are all good page builder friendly themes. The free version of Kadence was first launched from the developer's website early in 2020, and it was accepted into the WordPress theme directory just this month in November 2020. Kadence already has more than 20,000 active installs and 80 5-star reviews. If we go take a look at the theme homepage, we can see there's a premium version of the theme available. If we look at their package options, we see that you can purchase the Kadence theme by itself for an annual subscription or an annual subscription for the full Kadence membership, which includes the Pro version of the theme, Kadence Blocks Pro, Kadence Woo Extras, and other themes and plugins. Or you can purchase it for lifetime, either the theme by itself or the lifetime membership package. For Elementor users with a WooCommerce store, the Kadence WooCommerce Elementor plugin might be of interest. It allows you to create custom layouts for your product pages, as well as custom archive and checkout pages. Kadence joins a number of other popular Elementor-friendly themes that are known as being fast and lightweight. In addition to being fast and lightweight, there are a number of other notable features. So I have here a test install with the Kadence theme, and let's take a look at the customizer. Now, I used to think that OceanWP was the free theme with the most customizer options, but Kadence, I think, has more. And while the options in OceanWP, I always found them a little confusing, they are better organized in Kadence. Let's take a quick look at the sections. There's General, Header, Footer, Page Layout, Blog Post, Search Results, Site Identity, Menus, Widgets, Homepage Settings, WooCommerce, because I have WooCommerce installed, Additional CSS, and Import Export. Under General, we have Layout, Sidebar Colors, Buttons, so you can set a default for your buttons, and this carries over into Gutenberg, Typography, scroll to top, Comments, Breadcrumbs, Social Links, and Performance. So you can define your social media profiles and then use that as a menu that you can add in various places on the site. And then Performance, you have some options here for performance like loading Google Fonts locally and enabling CSS preload. We're going to look at the header and footer and a little bit at the page layout and some of the other features. I just want to point out something here, something unique or relatively unique is you can customize the search results page, your layout, the content style, and what post meta options you show. I will say, however, that there are a few things to pay attention to when using Kadence that might catch a new user to WordPress a little bit unaware. For example, let's take a look at the page layout options. Here at the top, there is a General tab and a Design tab. If you don't notice that there's a Design tab there, then you may miss a number of design settings. Also, notice that some of the elements have a down arrow, which when you click on it, reveals a large number of other settings that are tucked out of the way. And finally, if you toggle on a feature, you may get additional settings that way as well that you might not see otherwise. So those are some things to keep in mind, and some reasons why I think new users might not immediately realize all of the options that they have. A really nice feature of Kadence is that it gives you single and archived layouts for each custom post type. So for example, here are my posts with an archive layout, but look, it shows custom post types also. And on this install, I have a custom post type called books. See, it gives the option for the single books layout and the books archive layout. So let's go to that page. And you can see that the size of the featured image that worked well for the post doesn't work for the book's custom post type. And Kadence lets you set that right here in the customizer. Another standout feature of the Kadence theme is the way that it handles colors. You can see it has a 9-color palette, which is a little unusual. Often themes will just have 1, 2, 4 colors. And it has an article here that talks about how to use the colors. So each of the places on the palette has a function, each position. And so if you use the colors in this manner, you're going to get a really nice feature, which is that the colors will not only be available to you in the color palette throughout the site, but also that the colors are linked. So what does that mean? When you choose a color, you see this has the globe icon. That's an indication that it's a global color. So looks like the title, when you hover over it, you're getting maybe this color, and the read more, you're getting that color. So if we change this, just to make the point, choosing bright colors. Okay, so you see it's changing everywhere that it's used. You don't have to go into the headings and change it, or the tags or categories and change it, or the links and change it. The same thing it does for colors, it also does for your fonts. So you see they have a globe icon here, okay, which means that they're using the global option. Now Kadence, like a lot of themes, has some starter templates, and I've installed that plugin just to show you. And a cool thing about the Kadence starter templates is that the colors and fonts in the starter templates are linked to these global colors and fonts also, which means when you bring one of these in, it's really easy to tweak the colors to match the style that you had planned. Another standout feature of the Kadence theme is the header and footer builder. When you go into the header builder, you see on the left side here, you have these are some elements that have been added already, logo and primary navigation, and you can go into the settings for those. There's a design tab. Then these are available items that you can drag and drop to add to your site. See how easy that was? When you are working with the elements, you can see you can click here to get a list and add some. Or you can click the clog for the rows or the clog for the elements to go into the settings for those, which is the same as these. If you leave a row blank here, then it won't show. It'll just be ignored. So I've got the free version only activated here, and you see the elements it has available. Let's go turn on the Pro Header add-on. And you can see here are the Pro add-ons: Header add-on, Ultimate Menu, Header Footer Scripts, Hooked Elements, WooCommerce add-ons, Infinite Scroll, Local Gravatars, Archive Custom Page Title Backgrounds. Okay, I'm going to turn on this Header add-on. And now let's go back into the Customizer to the Header Builder. And you see you have many more additional items that you can use in your header. Some of the interesting ones are you can add social buttons, you can add contact options, And there's account options for logging in, logging out, depending on the state, if you're logged in or logged out, which is nice if you have a membership site, for example. And the footer builder works the exact same way. You have your cogs to go into the settings. If you leave the rows blank, they won't show, and you can drag and drop different items into the rows and customize them to create your footer just as you do the header. Another thing about Kadence is that it has deep Gutenberg integration. So for example, notice that the color palette from the customizer is available in Gutenberg. So that's nice. That's good integration. And just like a number of the better themes, even though you have the global settings in the customizer, you can override them on a page-by-page basis. If we turn on the free Kadence blocks, you see it comes with a number of blocks, and the row layout container block is very powerful. If we go back to our page, then I wanted to show you that there are additional options now for the blocks. You have your global palette, but you can add other colors, and these will show up for every block in Gutenberg. And you can go and set block defaults. So, for example, if you knew that you wanted every header tag to be aligned center, then you could set that as your default. Then let's add that heading, and you see that it is centered as the default. So if you go back into the customizer and you change one of your global colors, they will change in your Gutenberg content as well. So it makes it easier to keep the style and layout of your content up to date. In May, I did a deep analysis of the current state of WordPress themes. I specifically looked at support for Gutenberg. In that review, I looked at all of these themes, and I found that Kadence, Generate Press, and the eStar theme were the three themes that had the best built-in support for Gutenberg. So for that reason, I think that Kadence is one of the top choices if your site is going to make use of Gutenberg. Kadence also integrates with Elementor very nicely. Let's add a page and take a look at that. Elementor in version 3 added some global colors and fonts. And here are the Elementor global colors. Unfortunately, Elementor's quote-unquote global colors only apply for Elementor pages, and they don't connect out to the theme customizer or Gutenberg. That means when you're building an Elementor site, you may need to set colors in 2 or 3 places, here, in the customizer, and in Gutenberg. In the past, I've used the good Central Color Palette plugin to create a universal color palette, but unfortunately that's not compatible with Elementor 3. Kadence has added integration between its customizer and Elementor, and as far as I know, it's the only theme to have done so. Here are the Kadence. The theme global color palette is available here for use in Elementor also. And it's just like in the customizer in Gutenberg, the theme palette is also linked. So let's see how that works. Let's add a heading. Okay, let's say that we want our heading to use the Kadence strong text, and then let's add some text in the editor, and let's say we wanted this to use the Kadence medium text option. Okay, so let's update this. Now let's view that page and go into the customizer. Okay, if we change the strong text, which is what's being used here, created in Elementor, and notice it changed, and notice that changed. So even though this content was created in Elementor, the colors are still linked. Let's publish this change. Let's go back and edit the page with Elementor. And look, the changes we made in the customizer are reflected back here in Elementor. So Kadence integrates with the Elementor global color palette. Another feature of Kadence Pro is this Hook Elements feature. This allows you to create some content and have it show up conditionally and gives you a large number of options of where to have it show up on your site. And for Elementor users, an interesting thing here is that this has Elementor integration. So let's create a new element. We'll give it a title. We'll call it Holiday Notice. And let's save that. And now let's edit it with Elementor. So let's add a row. We'll make it full width. And in our row, we'll add a heading. We'll have it be centered. And we'll choose our theme accent color. We'll set the background color here to be one of the theme gray colors. And we'll add just a little padding here to the top. Great. Okay, let's save that and exit. So here we are back into our element definition. We've created what we want to show with Elementor. And we'll go to the settings, and it says placement. And here you have a large number of options of where you want to put it. Before, after the site wrapper, different places in the header, different places in the content, sidebar, single inner content, comments, archives, footer, 404 page, mobile menu, header account and login modal, custom hook. Okay, so you see there are a lot of options here where to put this content. And we'll just put it before the header. And then we have options what to show it on. You can do the entire site, front page, the blog page, search results 404, all singular, all archives, author archives, date archives. So you have a bunch of options here of where you want to show it. And we'll just say entire site. And then if you wanted to, you could set it to be visible by user role or for logged in or logged out users, by device type, desktop, tablet, or mobile. And you could even have an expiration date so that you could create this, say, for the holiday, and you want it to not show the day after the holiday, then you could have it expire. And that way you wouldn't have to rush to work in the morning or remember to log into the website to turn it off. It would be turned off automatically. Okay, so let's update, and now let's go to the front end of our site. And here's our banner that we created and added using Elementor and Kadence Hooked Elements. The Kadence theme has many other features, but I think these are some of the top ones. And so let's move on to some discussion and conclusions. I've made the case in the video for using the Kadence theme on Elementor sites and shown different ways that Kadence works well with Elementor. But some people will wonder, what about the Hello theme? The Elementor team created the Hello theme as a lightweight, stripped down, and minimal theme for times when you want to build everything using Elementor Pro. That includes headers, footers, and all of the theme templates. I think the Hello theme can be a good choice in those situations, if there's not going to be a blog or content marketing component. Unfortunately, the Hello theme has zero integration between the customizer and, more importantly, between Elementor and Gutenberg. It would be difficult for users to maintain design consistency across the site without the type of synchronization that Kadence theme offers. Kadence is one of a handful of fast, lightweight, and quality themes that works well with Elementor. The global colors and fonts are truly global, working across the customizer, Elementor, and Gutenberg, and currently it's the only theme to do that. Kadence also has standout Gutenberg integration, especially when using Kadence blocks, which I think puts it at the top choice of themes to use with Elementor when the site will have a blog. This is all in addition to the other standout features, like the huge number of customizer options, the layout and design options for custom post types, the header and footer builder, and Pro Elements that work with Elementor. So that's my look at the Kadence theme and using it with Elementor. Have you tried the Kadence theme out? Have you used it with Elementor? If so, please share your experiences in the comments. There's a text version of this video available on the Elementor 360 website, along with other reviews and tutorials and resources. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you for watching.